Toronto FC are your 2017 MLS Cup champions after defeating the Seattle Sounders 2-0 at BMO Field. Welcome inside After 90 presented by Kia. Gareth Wheeler and Caroline Szwed here with you. And Gareth, are you feeling okay? Because I feel like my emotions are still, I'm still trying to understand what happened here tonight, from the fans to the players to the staff. Like, what an incredible, electric night.
Nothing that we say here over the next few minutes will be able to totally and entirely capture the magnitude of this accomplishment. And let's start off with the game that Toronto FC played tonight. Caroline, I think I've seen every Toronto FC game over the 11 years of their existence. I'll have to say tonight was the best game that I've ever seen this team play. Top to bottom, the commitment, the desire, the precision, the absolute quality on the field, from Alex Bono all the way up to Sebastian Giovinco up front.
And the subs too. Armando Cooper coming in and creating that goal-scoring opportunity. Everyone was committed to tonight's game plan.
It was a collective team effort, and they played the Seattle Sounders off the field. It was 2-0. That's at least what the scoreboard showed. Could have been 4, 5, 6, and it wouldn't have surprised. Toronto FC were that good on the night, and that's how you win in style.
Coach Greg Vanney, Michael Bradley, and Josie Altidore comment on their team's performance.
We're so proud to do this in front of our city and our fans. It's been a long time and a long journey to get here. Heartache along the way, as we saw last year, but to get here tonight and to be able to lift a trophy with them and in front of them has been an incredible journey, and we're so proud to be here at this moment.
This week, people wanted to talk about how all the pressure was on us. Seattle had been playing very well. We hadn't, all this type of stuff. And to play the game that we did, to play the way that we did with everything on the line, it's incredible. And I'm so proud to be a part of this group. I'm so proud to be a part of this club. And this is what it's all about, lifting trophies.
We have a mentality, a culture of work. And, me, Greg, Michael, we may be different in a lot of ways, but that's one thing that we agree on, is when it comes time to train and to work, we need to work. And this group has done it, all year, and I think to cap it off the way we did, it shows what this team's all about, how we train. We train to play football, to look for spaces, to defend together, and I thought we did all that tonight, which makes me that much more proud.
All right, Gareth, at halftime, you even mentioned yourself here tonight that Toronto FC's absolutely dominated the midfield. And let's start with Michael Bradley. I mean, people who watch the game and may not necessarily understand the game, they go, but he doesn't score any goals. But when you watch the game, the amount of work he does defensively and the amount of ground he covers, and today all the tackles he made and the amount of passes he connected, this guy, that's probably the best game I've ever seen Michael Bradley play.
Josie Altidore said it post-match that bald head was everywhere. And it really was. And honestly, the work that he's put in is second to none. He's the leader, he's the pulse, he's the heartbeat at this club. And the way that he played tonight was just so inspired. He calls it an obsession that he had. 364 days of torment dating back to last year's loss in this MLS Cup final. And it was just a player that no matter what happened wasn't going to let the game get away from him. On top of that, Greg Vanney made the tactical adjustment, playing the 4-4-2 with the midfield diamond. And once again, the coach of the year got it spot on, because Marky Delgado and Osorio, they didn't lose any challenges or balls in the middle of the park. The midfield bossed this game, and that's where the strength came from. And whenever Seattle had a fleeting touch on the ball, the defenders were on point to win it right back and let the midfield control from there. And the work rate up front was great too, but really the shift in the midfield allowed Vasquez to play a little bit higher, Bradley just to play puppeteer, and everyone else were just phenomenal. There's no other way of putting it.
I agree, and you've been watching for 11 seasons. I've been watching for 11 seasons, and just like all you fans at home, what an incredible night to come here to BMO Field, to be united together as one, and then watch this team that they've watched over the years finally come together and win this city a championship.
There were tears in the crowd. The outpouring of emotion was something that was overwhelming. I think overwhelming to a lot of people that have stuck with this team through thick and thin over the years. But on the field, when I look down, two players in particular, after the second goal went in, their raw emotion sticks with me. One was Tosaint Ricketts, the Canadian, well-traveled. He's always looked for a place to call home. He comes here and he's part of a full team atmosphere and winning mentality. And Jonathan Osorio, the hometown boy, he was on his knees celebrating. He just couldn't believe what was playing out before his eyes. Those two scenes will stay with me forever, as will the noise in this place. I don't know about you. It was like goosebumps type scenario. I think Bradley's spot on. Just this is such a unique situation. The relationship within the team between the players and the club and their fans, and the way that they galvanize and all come together, all for one. It sounds cliche, but it really isn't. It's what this club has become. I think there's a lot of credit to the people that came out and watched tonight, as well as the people that cultivated that winning mentality within the room.
Well, I think it's safe to say what's next for Toronto FC and you fans is just celebration. Just
Yes.
be happy, accept this, take this moment in. I know I'm extremely grateful and fortunate to be able to have this experience the way that I'm able to, and to stand alongside you, Gareth, and just take it in, guys. Celebrate, be happy, and this will be a night in my books.
The party's going to go on for days. We have a parade coming up on Monday. There's no better day for a parade than Monday.
That's the best way to start off the week.
And let this sink in. I said to Drew Moore, his wife drew the MLS Cup in his bathroom mirror.
Yes, it was
now
adorable.
the real thing is here to stay. Toronto is the champion of Major League Soccer. Let that sink in. Enjoy it, Toronto. You deserve it.
For all updates on your team, visit torontofc.ca.